Hi, welcome back to another episode of Jikari's Imperial Agent playthrough. I'm Slicka, playing as Imperial Agent Operative, or Cypher 9. This is our second part of our Balmorra bonus series, so let's get at it. Start by finding the downed pilots. If you remember, that idiot back there was trying to challenge snipers, and he said there's pilots down here that we gotta go and save. So let's get to it. I see there's quite a few people looking for heroics groups in general chat. I will eventually do some heroic only videos, probably with higher levels, maybe with full levels with friends, I'm not sure. But it is a possibility. So let's get to
Just in time. They said they were getting ready to execute me.
So right now we're rescuing Striker Squadron pilots.
Sure. Thank you.
That's
The
done.
results are much better than they appear, Master. You'll see.
Just give these companion gifts to Cleo.
You know me way too well.
Here. I won't forget it.
Alright, so the next pilots we will get are the Viper Squadron pilots. It's down here in this corner. And finally, we will head to save the Town Squadron pilot. Imperial medical droid here.
Please use all products only as intended. Be well.
Yeah, that was quick and easy. If I happen to see any sharpshooters, I will kill them on my way just to finish off the bonus.
Thanks for breaking it. I won't forget it.
That cave over there is a heroic quest. For anyone interested, 2-man heroic. I've actually completed that one before. Now, typically I've never actually gone out this way consistently, but there's a quest here.
Torsen, this is headquarters. Lieutenant Torsen, please respond. Sir, we've got something. What? Lieutenant Torsen, is that you? Blast it, Nalto. Get me a clear visual. There we... Oh. Agent, finally some good news. Can you tell me what the situation is there? Is Lieutenant Torsen with you?
This hollow was on the body of a dead Imperial soldier. One of several.
Then it's what we feared. Torsen's squad was deployed to recapture that region's farmsteads. The Resistance is desperate for supplies, pushing to capture every food source available. I hope to retake the farms and put their crops to our use. That's no longer an option. We have to destroy the crops on those farmsteads. We cannot allow the enemy access to such a valuable resource. You're already in the area. Can you help us?
No Imperial resource will fall into the enemy's hands.
Torsen's squad was carrying a set of RK-9 soil devastators. For this contingency. They'll be on the soldiers' bodies. Once you have the soil devastators, fight past the Resistance patrols and position them in the growing fields. The devices will blight the soil beyond all use. If you could, contact me again when the objective is complete. Good luck to you.
As I was kind of saying, let's pick his body for the device. I've actually gotten used to the first time I landed on this planet, I didn't come out here this far. My agent, so I didn't even know this quest existed. All this quest basically is me making the soil toxic so they can't really eat anything. Unfortunately. I'm kind of flushing these guys out. And another quest. So there are a few out here. I'm sure quite easy to bypass if we don't take this one. I'll come back and pick that quest item up in a sec. I just need to go kill this guy. Some pretty brutal entries. Alright.
I like this one. One more down.
Alright. Time to kill the Lancer Squadron for their ID cards. And obviously something was there that I could not see. Now, one area that I'm not going to explore on the Markaran plains in this episode that you actually see on my map there, right in, is actually where the world boss is. Grandfather, he's just a giant Bormu. I have soloed him at 50 with my healer, my bounty hunter merc. So it is possible to kill him solo. I might actually end up doing that in a video if I decide to do some more boss kills. I'm not sure yet.
Ah, hello again. Scans show the soil devastators in full operation. Excellent. Thank you for taking the time to assist us. The operation would have failed without you.
I'm very good at my work.
I've arranged for a small token of my gratitude to be sent to you. Thanks again.
See, she gets a new blaster. Very nice. So, like I said, if I see any sharpshooters, that's the only reason why I came back this way. I'm going to kill them.
won't forget it. Just in time. They said they were getting ready to execute. I thought I was dead for sure. Thank you.
Oh, level 21. Alright, I'm just obviously going to take Collateral Strike first. That's pretty obvious. Basically, Laceration, every time I use it, it has, when I rank it next, will be 70% chance to trigger a Collateral Strike, which deals an additional 118 kinetic damage. And weakened and standard enemies are actually stunned by the Collateral Strike. So I soloed Grandfather, like I said, at 50. At 55, I should easily have no problem. So I'm willing to use any tune, really. The stat increase is actually pretty nice. I do like how the endurance is still like kind of just double what your health was. It wasn't much of a difference when they added the expansion.
Nicely done. You rescued all of our pilots. I hope you made those coward snipers pay while you were at it.
I executed them.
Ha! Just what I like to hear. Thanks again for your assistance. Good day, Agent. How can I be of assistance to you?
Those villagers wanted to share their supplies, but you put your personal vendetta above your duty.
I assure you, this is all just a misunderstanding. The villagers, you see, they deceived us. They ambushed us, and we had to kill them. No impropriety, nothing personal in what happened. I simply did my duty. We can keep this simple, can't we? You can forget whatever it is you think you saw, and I can forget about leaving these credits sitting on my desk. Agreed?
Nah, he basically fucked the Empire over doing this, so no.
Turn yourself in, or I'll take matters into my own hands.
You. Leave me no choice, then. So be it. Colonel Aiden, this is Captain Varmette.
Yes, Captain.
I wasn't entirely truthful when I told you what happened with the supply drop-off.
And I got gloves, which do not mean anything because I picked up the gloves from the planetary accommodation vendor.
It's really done, isn't it? The men who killed my family, you've made them pay. The names match the dog tags. They're dead, all dead. Go home now, Captain. My wife and daughter are avenged.
I'll have the men prepare for departure, sir.
It's not as satisfying as I expected. Perhaps I should see whether those Republic soldiers had families.
I think it's time I got going.
You've done well for me. Take a reward. Farewell.
Bracers look like little bracelets on my arms. Kind of weird. Right,
Watch your
off
back.
to Bugtown.
Trouble route
Bugtown is filled with a lot of colloquids. This is where our colloquid feast quest is. There's a couple heroics out there. Can't remember if that's all that's out there, or I might end up picking up quests that I won't do right now because they're like heroic 4s or something. Three quests. I do remember one being one I can pick up.
Sir, we just took 50% casualties. That's called a defeat. We're dead without reinforcements.
Where are you, Private? Does this look like Alderaan? On Balmorra, 50% is the price of admission. Everyone fights, Private Gambar. Either you go in shooting, or we freeze you in carbonite and use you as a shield.
I like your attitude, Lieutenant.
A bit of enthusiasm helps on days like today. We've encountered an unidentified insectoid species.
They're 3 meters tall. Blasters don't kill them. They can chew through armor.
Private Gambar here is expressing the diminished morale that resulted from our failure to achieve the objective.
Shoot the mouthy one, and the rest will fall in line.
So, speaking solely for the team, and given that we already shot Private Cam...
A neutron detonator can wipe out a city, Private. If there's plans for one in there, I want all available manpower for this objective.
Oh, thank the Force.
We'll be back in combat as soon as we get done with a little field surgery.
Keep your men alive. I'll get those plans.
I never turned down Teresian ale or free firepower. You've got yourself a deal. Now, I should warn you. The plans are separated out for the manufacture of individual parts, so it's not one straight run in there. Once you have all the plans, come back and tell us how you did it. I need the squad to hear that these bugs can die.
Fortunately, this happens with the Heroic 2 plan. So I will put that one on hold.
Is there a problem?
You see, we're setting up a new base of operations where Outpost Freedom is now, but those collocoids are proving a headache. Our orbital bombers have specialized toxic bombs to drive them off, but apparently they need infrared markers to aim at. I'm looking for someone to place those markers.
Exactly what are you offering me?
For you, I'm sure an appropriate reward can be arranged. We need the markers placed in these locations. Once they're all in place, I can order the bombardment.
Warn me first. If I look up and see toxic bombs overhead, I will be... unhappy.
I'll contact you when I read the markers are in place. Watch yourself around the collocoids.
Guess that's one way to say it. No, I'm not going to pick up that one because I know that's a heroic one.
We used to eat bugs back home sometimes. Knife the shell, crack it open, suck down the guts. I hated it.
I've killed 1,000 enemies of Kaleo. Pretty nice. deny I kind of hate this quest. The respawn time is really long. When you have multiple people doing it, not enjoyable. They're a lot easier than I remember. Crushed houses.
All going down.
For some reason my character's bugged, where it looks like I'm still calling it down.
Not so tough, bag.
I just need to find a colloquoid mutilator. So these two are pretty much close together. Gonna head back, finish up with the body parts, and we can call it possibly an episode. Here's our mutilator.
Get out of here!
And the final bag of body parts.
Bag.
So level 21. New rank of explosive probe and fragmentation grenade. Explosive probe we obviously don't use because we're not snipers. And you already saw we got a level 20, which is...
Our bombers are pounding those colicoid nests into toxic dust. You do excellent work. Thanks for your help. You've certainly earned this.
Alright, I do not have anything that takes mods, so I will ignore the enhancements and I will head back to Captain Newt.
Displaying all authorized destinations.
It's looking vibrant if I can that frog. Looks like I get a new helmet on this one. Plus some pants.
You've returned. Tell me you were able to deposit the poisoned body parts throughout the colicoid nest.
The job's done. Easy.
If the colicoids associate eating human flesh with dying, their survival instinct will steer them away from us as a food source.
Interesting looking thing, I guess. I'm gonna clear my old helmet.
Watch your back.
So this is what my Balmorra gear looks like now. Nice.
Travel route is confirmed.
all we need to do is return to Captain Laverse. Like I said last episode, originally back in beta, when I would turn this in to Captain Laverse, I would get a title, which would happen to be Conqueror Balmorra. Fortunately, you don't get that anymore.
Sir, glad to see you return from the front. It's chaos out there.
And who do you think is responsible for that chaos, Captain? With every target you eliminated, the Resistance became more disorganized. I've ordered all available forces to the battlefield.
Our bombers devastated the enemy in the first 10 minutes. Their defenses are in shambles.
I told you I'd win you this war. So I did.
So you did, indeed.
We forced their 6th Battalion into Bugtown. The colicoids are eating them alive.
I think I'd like to see that. You'll be moving on, I presume. I'm glad someone can be trusted to stop these terrorists elsewhere.
We're facing enemies foreign and domestic. But that's why intelligence exists.
And I hope it survives Darth Jared's leadership. I understand she's a woman of whims. Colonel, prepare my shuttle.
Yes, my lord.
That was
When you
interesting.
think back to Balmorra, remember the armies you laid to waste, the enemies you slew, and remember me, and the rewards I gave you.
Glory to the Emperor. Glory to us all.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have rebels to annihilate. Tell the troops, Captain, that today we win this world. Today the Resistance has fallen.
Alright. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna fly to Nar Shaddaa, and we'll take a look at the opening cutscene, and I'll actually land on it. Well, no, I think I'll land on it in this episode, but I'll actually mostly show you Nar Shaddaa in the next one. So we are off to a new planet. So I'll just wait, because it's going to automatically do the cutscene.
This is Watcher 2. I'm receiving your signal. Transmission secure. Nice to have you on a world with modern HoloNet transceivers. You're coming in loud and clear, Cypher 9.
So we can talk freely?
As long as you don't mind being recorded for the archives. Nar Shaddaa is one of the most densely populated city worlds in the galaxy. It's also a major trade hub for criminals and corporations. That's why the terrorists are here. The local cell procures weapons and technology for the Eagle's entire network.
If you're right, we need to cut off those supplies.
Agreed. But there's more to it than that. These terrorists aren't thugs. They're intelligent, coordinated, and well hidden. I've contacted an asset who claims he can help locate them. He's a former operative of ours, effective in his day. When he had to be retired, he was redesignated Watcher X.
What do you mean by had to be retired?
Watcher X was one of our most capable analysts, but he became paranoid, prone to seeing connections and conspiracies where none existed. He was judged unstable and confined to Shadowtown, a Nar Shaddaa slum rebuilt as an open prison. It's where the Empire holds people who know too much. People we might need later. That's all I'm authorized to say.
If I'm risking my life, I'd like to know what's going on.
I'm sorry, but you don't have the security clearance. Shadowtown residents are fitted with motion tracking implants set to explode if they escape. This should keep Watcher X under control. Nonetheless, don't underestimate him. Watcher 2 out.
Interesting. So, I have to go and meet with this Watcher X to gain more information on this terrorist cell. Basically supplies the entire network with the technology. Now, Watcher X, according to them, is been considered paranoid and unstable, so because they think they can still use him, but he's nuts, they locked him up in a prison on Nar Shaddaa known as Shadowtown, because he knows too much. Now, apparently he shouldn't be able to escape because there's some sort of motion sensor implants that'll blow his face off if he leaves Shadowtown. I get the feeling Watcher X is a lot more intelligent, as they put it, especially being considered a Watcher. You gotta remember, he had the same training and all that as Watcher 2 there, and means his mind is faster than a computer. Which means I better be careful, like she said. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm actually going to show you guys the promenade. So this is Nar Shaddaa. It's a nice little planet. Back in Knights of the Old Republic 2, this is my favorite planet. Running around dealing with the exchange, the gangs, it was nice. I found getting jumped by a bunch of aliens and then storming the place.
Get out of here.
Forgive the unorthodox introductions. Moro Vizin, head of special operations for the Imperial Diplomatic Service. I need assistance plucking a thorn from the Empire's side. It isn't strictly an intelligence concern, but I hope you'll hear me out.
We're all servants of the Empire here. What did you have in mind?
I was tasked with gathering allies on Nar Shaddaa. Hutt clans, corporations, gangsters. But one man has resisted our entreaties. Ukabi is the local leader of the Exchange, a galaxy-spanning criminal organization specializing in high-tech vice. Ukabi and the Exchange refuse to join us.
What does the Empire want from these gangsters?
The Exchange spends more money than most governments on spies, slicers, and scientists. Anyone they can't buy, they kidnap. They would have been valuable friends, but Ukabi drugs and tortures my messengers. We need to make an example of him.
Defiance is unacceptable. He should be dealt with.
I want his army decimated, his arms caches looted, his chemical refineries razed to the ground. I want a show of force so overwhelming that no one on Nar Shaddaa will ever deny the Empire again. If you're willing, of course.
Exactly what are you offering me?
The diplomatic service will compensate you fully for your time. In addition, the wealth of the exchange is yours to claim. The exchange operates out of the Corellian sector of the city. Your path of destruction begins there. When you're through crippling the operations, you can find me at my command post. I'll be watching the chaos from my chambers.
Alright, that'll be a quest, obviously, for next time. The quest over there is actually a 2-man quest, so I'll ignore that. Like I said, I'll make a video on doing 2-man quests, yada yada yada. Alright, so this is the Manzetti starport. It's the Imperial starport. Narshada is an interesting place. The NPCs they threw around.
Medical attention. Be well.
Okay, you see, it's like this guy got hit by. This guy got killed, and the cops are involved. You know, stuff like.
Vehicle pads are currently open for business.
Okay, now,
Have a safe and pleasant
if you've
stay.
played Republic and you're watching this, or if you've gotten past Narshada, obviously, you know what Narshada is like. If you played Republic, as I was saying, Narshada is kind of like Coruscant, where they have various levels. The level looks small when you land on it, but overall it's a decently sized planet. There's actually only one place, besides the promenade here, where Republic and Imperials can meet, and that's the level 30 area for the bonus quest. There's a flashpoint courier for Athos, flashpoint, which I might show in another video soon. So the promenade, like I said, the Imperials and Republic characters meet for the first time where they can see each other. Like I can run past, well, for example, like quests. The Trooper comes here a lot, the Sith Inquisitor, the Bounty Hunter comes here a lot, the Jedi Knight and the Jedi Consular. The only ones who don't really come here are the Smuggler and Sith Warrior and Imperial Agent. Just because I happen to be here, I'll pick that up. As you see, you have your trainers for crafting. Over here is where we can pick up our new abilities.
Anonymity, deception. These are your tools.
Some multiple
Trust no
species,
one.
isn't it? You got the Galactic Trade Network, or sorry, Hut Cartel Trade Network. Probably where you can trade with both factions, I'm assuming. Never used it myself. Got a little cargo. So this is a cool little place. It's a lot different than what everyone is used to. Say on Balmorra, there's not as much vendors and stuff. Got a giant hut statue right there, a little stage here. That hut happens to be Karaga the Hut. It is actually the final boss in a level 50 operation, which is a raid. For those familiar with WoW terms, an 8-man or 16-man instance. 5 bosses, I believe. There's a few vendors here, like mods, companion, stuff like that. Over here we got your equipment vendor.
Best post exchange around. You need it, we got it.
So this guy could actually sell us better bracers. Looks like the only thing else that's offered is weapons and a helmet, so. That's probably reaction. And the weapon looks like an offhand thing, so in our case it should be a vibro blade. I see one. There it is. Nice, you see a scattergun out there, that's what the smugglers use.
Good luck out there.
Over here is more the Republic area. I think there's Jedi Consular. There's an upstairs, which you will see in the next video. For the most part, there's not much upstairs. And down here is the lower promenade, which leads to the cantina, which is where the bounty hunter has his. There it is. Alright, so that is an episode. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Really appreciate it. And next time you get to witness Nar Shaddaa in full. Bye.